Okay. Thank you. Merci.
带起来都被好。那个一号有点像白茶的感觉。这个是海茶包，吃到不吃。
最好的。
茶道店。这个手感，这个手在这个烤肉，这个小烤肉，这个是什么？
这是南小。
在深圳的。
You introduce yourself. You give us a little bit of story about your business in China.
My name is Benjamin, and I come from Kenya. And here we have a tea shop by the name of Africa Tips. We're cooperating with my boss there, his name is Mr. Sui.
Okay.
And so we generally what we do, we import Kenyan tea from Kenya, that is, and we come here to sell it in China. The Chinese tea is processed differently from the way we usually process in Kenya. So we use the Chinese method of tea processing to process the tea in Kenya and come and sell it here in China. The tea from Kenya is sourced from small-scale farmers.
Okay.
So this is also, as much as it's a business initiative, it is also a social and cultural initiative.
Makes
we also aim to improve the living standards of the small-scale farmers from where we buy the tea, because in China tea is very common. Tea has been embedded in the Chinese culture for over 5,000 years. As long as there's Chinese culture, there is tea. So we want to also embed this culture in the Kenyan tea, and most of Chinese drink tea also. So we are opening up a market to the Kenyan tea, and by increasing the demand, you'll find that also the Kenyan tea farmers, the small-scale farmers, can also get a better income for their tea, which they have worked hard for. And in the process, we can build bilateral relations between Kenya and China, while also interacting culturally and socially, as well as building each other economically.
Which is so good,
Yeah.
And then I'm glad to hear that you're trying to promote your country product here in China,
Yeah.
Which is a huge market. So far, how is going in Chinese market? Is it easy for you to sell? China is known as one of the toppest country of consuming tea. So they have their own kind of tea here. How you can get market share in this huge place?
Okay, so yes, China is a very big tea market. Actually, China is the largest producer of tea in the world. And in Kenya we are the third largest tea producer also in the world. But China produces mainly green tea, while Kenya we mainly produce black tea.
Black.
So the tea in Kenya and tea in China is also not the same at all. The different tea species give a different kind of tea. And also the environment in Kenya is different from the environment here in China. In Kenya, tea is grown in the equatorial area, so just around the equator, in the highlands of Kenya. So therefore, this area is full of volcanic rich soil, which is rich in selenium. So you find that the components that are ingredients also in our tea are quite different, and it gives the tea a different flavor. Because in Africa, in tropical Africa, we have sunlight all through the year.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can you find like we can harvest this tea all through the year, and also having sunlight through the year gives this tea a different flavor and a different taste. So the tea is different, slightly different from the one that is found in China. And as much as China is a big market for tea, also China has a lot of people who deal in tea. China has very many varieties of tea because each region produces a different type of tea.
Exactly.
So ours is not much a competition, but it is a different variety. It's a different niche.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So yes, it is hard getting a foothold in the Chinese tea market.
Okay.
It is quite very competitive.
I see.
Yeah, but we also believe in our product because for the processing of this tea, for each and every step, we have made sure that we have got the best quality tea. Our tea is harvested by hand.
Oh.
And so during this, we can selectively pick the best tea bags to produce this tea. Because even in a year, we can only produce 5,000 parcels of this tea. Because out of the selective harvesting and also doing it manually, not mechanically, you find that we come out with the best, and also the demand, the supply is actually limited a lot. But at the end of it, we have a very good product. So depending on, since the product is of very high quality, we also believe the Chinese people who have very great taste in tea, that they will like our tea and will also gain a foothold in the Chinese tea markets.
Sure.
And maybe in the nearby future, we can also grow to become also one of the main importers of Kenyan tea into China.
This is good. Sounds very good. Okay. My second and last question is that you have already been in Chinese market. What advice you want to give to those who want to enter in Chinese market right now, and then they are thinking that they still haven't taken the decision of entering Chinese market? What advice you want to tell them?
Just like the theme of this CIIE, it's about shared future, a globally shared future. So right now, I think the world being a global village, that you can find the market for your products in all over the world. It's not like back there in the day when most of the things produced were always for the local markets. And also the Chinese market is curious because everyone wants something different. Everyone wants a new experience. So if someone is trying to enter the Chinese market to import something from their country, as long as something is of good quality, I am sure the people will also appreciate it. Because in the world we are all sharing a different culture, and if you introduce something different somewhere, it's like a bilateral change. As they introduce theirs, you also get to share yours.
Okay.
So it is. I believe there is a chance.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a chance for everyone who, depending on the product that you're selling or giving or services.
Okay. Is it the export of procedure is smooth in China? You don't pay a lot of taxation from government or stuff like that? Is it easy to take your product from Africa and put it in China to let you enter in China? I mean,
like any export-import company, there's a lot of processes. There's a lot of paperwork, starting from the Kenyan government, the Kenyan authorities, and also to the Chinese government and Chinese authorities, because every product that is exported has to go a certain chain. Because it has first to be certified, it has to be inspected, and also it has to be shipped. And the same process from Kenya, it's also happening in China. It has to be inspected because every country has different standards for what they require in their markets. So there's quite a process in here between, but it is just the same process that undergoes for every export and import products.
Okay, so far, thank you so much for your time. How can we be in touch with you if we need some of your tea and so on?
So currently we have a shop in Shenzhen. Our main shop is in Shenzhen, Bao'an Center. There's a tea mall whereby people sell different kind of tea from all over China. China has very many varieties of tea. So currently we are based there. And we also have an online platform whereby one can scan the code and view our different different products right here. Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much, and then I wish you all the best, and then I will be glad to see your tea all over China.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming, for the support, and thank you also for talking to us. It's been a pleasure on our side.
Okay, thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And it's a very important platform because it brings all the world under one roof. It brings goods from each and every country, each and every continent, so that we can reach the whole of China at large. As we grow, we also find that our own see the color is purple.
It's purple.
Yeah, purple. Not the same.
Not the same.
Yeah, this one is